The first time I got pregnant was actually really petrifying, because in elite sport for females, that's something that in the past hasn't been very supported. And it was a bit scary knowing that I was putting my career aside to start a family, and I didn't know what that looked like. I didn't know how my performance would change, but I also didn't know the support I would have and what the final outcome would be. Like, would I be able to return, or would I sail off in the sunset with a family?
With Jen, we've been really lucky in the sense that she's quite switched on to give us feedback about her body and what she aiming to do, what's realistic, and then she'll give us feedback when her body has said enough.
We immediately started building a plan around my pregnancy and getting stronger and better as I grew, and then also rehabbing an injury at the time.
I have an Excel spreadsheet which has absolutely everything from every single week of her pregnancy, the training she did, nutrition focus, what she was doing in gym, when we did testing, and then we're still continuing that right up until this first marathon.
The whole time I doubted that it was possible. I'm very lucky that I've had a lot of role models in my sport that I've followed, but you also think sometimes, that might not be me. I might not have the support, I might not have the luxury of having a baby that allows me to return, and so doubt was pretty much riddled through my whole first pregnancy of what would come out of this and if I could make it back. A huge part of being an elite marathon runner is time and training and the effort that I have to put in to stay at my best, and that's been coming to the QAS and having all my resources in one place. I mean, on a Tuesday morning, I'm able to come in for a track session, straight into a massage, straight into gym. I pop in to see my dietitian, Peta. To be able to have all of that here so that my time away from my family isn't too much is pretty special, and I don't think many people would be able to say they've got that. For me, the minute I announced I was pregnant, even the second time round, it wasn't, the looks of shock horror. It was great, let's sit down and work out what you want your next 12 months to look like and how we can best support you. And I've had emails along the way from QAS the whole time just saying, is there anything else you need? What more can we do? And for a mum, even if you're not an elite sports person, to have a village just constantly checking in and making sure you have everything you need to be your best is crucial, and I'm just so grateful that here I have that.
The biggest misconception is that you have to slow down and that you have to stop gym, but you can improve and get some training gains during pregnancy, and it's really lovely to be able to reassure athletes that it can be a positive on the other side. I think I'm really excited for all athletes to know that we now have the skills and expertise to help them get through this phase of life and come out super successful the other side of it.
For so long we've been prioritising our career and thinking that it wasn't possible to have both, but I mean, I'm just one example. There's so many now and we're so lucky to have that. But if women want a family and they want to be an elite sports person, it is possible. And I think that we really need to make sure that these women are supported, because it also doesn't mean they're going to be a shell of themselves. I've come back better and stronger since being a mum, and that can be a possibility for any woman out there.